Hello everybody, this is a bonus class for Easter. This is my Easter bunny present for all of the students. I have to stay at home today. We're gonna do a yin restorative class and I want to show you my station. I have my mat set up here. I got props. But don't worry, I'm gonna show you how to do props if you don't have them home. Right here I have already arranged 3 thick beach towels right there, and with these beach towels you're gonna put them one on top of the other, heavy cotton, and those that are heavy duty beach, and then you're gonna fold it in half. Make sure that is nice so you can roll it. Good. Nice. And you can start rolling this from top to bottom, doing it tight. And voila, you get a bolster. So this is thinking that you don't have at home a bolster and you would like to create one. The same way with another couple towels, you can fold them in a square very tight and you can simulate your cushion. So I just wanted to give you a quick demonstration how to do homemade props. I'm gonna work with my props. And those are the props that you find in the studio and Drishti. And some of the students have bought them into the market, so you have them home. We're going to take advantage if you have them, and if you don't, you can go ahead and do your homemade props. So let's start with a quick centering. We're going to sit into cross-legged position, one foot in front of the other or one heel in front of the other, allowing yourself to be in a comfortable sitting. And of course, the sweet reminder that if half lotus is not your way to sit, not even cross-legged position, then you can sit in butterfly position. You can prop yourself with your blocks or your blankets underneath that knee or that groin that needs support. Or if you wish, you can also open the legs nice and wide. If nothing helps and your knees sometimes just need a break. So find your way you want to sit. Nicely lifted, space on your spine. These are the classes in the center that we have 30 people. They're very popular because it's a disposition on the body to relax and to let go. It's a disposition on your body to be gentle. There is a gift to yourself of abundance and well-being. So this is what we're inviting right now. All of those sensations, all of these emotions in your body, softness, gentleness. Now just allow the chest to rise. Breathe through the nose in a soft, comfortable way. Ocean breath, feeling a soft ujjayi to the back of your throat. This is going to be a Yin Yoga restorative. That means we're going to hold poses that are comfortable for long periods of time. If you want to send the intention of the class to somebody in your heart that perhaps is away from you right now, that you cannot touch, you cannot kiss, you cannot hold, please send right now all your vibration, all your presence into your moment. So take a minute to close your eyes, and if it's one person, an entire family, an entire city, an entire country, the entire world that you want to put in this warming intention right now, gather yourself into peace and stillness. Close your eyes and build that intention. Just a moment on absolute silence to do this. After this intention, bring your hands into prayer, Anjali Mudra. We gather all the intention of the people that is tuning in today, or that perhaps they get to discover this class in 2 days or maybe tomorrow, into one. Bring hands in Namaste, Anjali, Om Shanti Shanti. Welcome to class. Perfect. I'm gonna move off the camera so you can look at my station right now. I have 2 blocks, but if you don't have a block, you can go and find a full blanket that can help you in, and I'm gonna let you see it right now, explaining you part by part what it is. Right on the bottom, you have that soft cushion, the soft pillow. Then you have the bolster, the long sausage-looking bolster. And then you have the other bolster that is lengthening up a bit. And having this one here perhaps is going to make it easier into your back. This is a soft variation of reclined fish, of reclined Matsyasana. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our first holding in here. Sitting onto your cushion. Great. Allowing your body to slowly go down, down. And relax into this beautiful moment. I chose having my legs in butterfly position. If you decide that butterfly position is not good for you, the alternative could be knees bent, make it softer into your back. If you want to stretch a little bit off the groins on the front part of your pelvis, then you can bring the legs straight in front of you. If that doesn't help, bend your knees again. And some backs that suffer of chronic stiffness will might benefit if you remove one of the blocks. Go with the glutes directly into the ground. And that right here is gonna provide a little bit more of a back bend pose. A restorative back bend. Now, if your shoulders feel tension or pain, going up, if the rotator is inflamed or have a previous injury, bring your hands into belly. This is going to be much softer for the shoulders. And if that doesn't work, you bring a book, a block, or another full blanket or another cushion underneath your arm to be supported, and not let it drop, especially if there is a torn ligament into the shoulder. Taking your time to do the final arrangements so you have no hold. Resolve where is going to be that space, where there is no pain, where there is no resistance, no shaking. And Yin Restorative is comfortable Yin Yoga. Those asanas that let you be, let you stay. Right away, focus on the breath. Breathing into tummy. Breathe in into midsection 2, into Just bringing the breath all the way up to the lungs, into your throat. And exhale. 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 Breathe. Eye pillows are recommended in this kind of practices. If you have an eye pillow and you're going to put it over your eyes, you can go ahead. Anything that is going to make this experience a little bit more pleasant, more generous, more abundant to yourself. This is an extension and opening of your heart. So right away, with your thumbs, bring your hands together, put your thumbs above the sternum and do gentle pressure into your heart center. Gentle pressure. And try to breathe all the way up to your hands. Try to breathe all the way up to those thumbs that you're kindly stimulating. Take another inhale, and on the exhale, let go of the hands. Bring the legs together into the center. Good. You have to be careful when you come out of this pose. You roll over gently to the right side. Come from your side and lift. Lift. Sit all the way back to center, all the way. And we prepare to do Baddha Konasana Yin style. Nos preparamos para hacer Mariposa Restorativa Yin with Yin Restorative. So the invitation in here will be, if the legs are not relaxing quite as down as mine are and you feel tension into your groins, you can prop each side with your blocks. And there's so many variations in this butterfly. There's people that like to work with the block here. So when you're ready, you can fold on top of that block and you don't have to try to reach for the ground. If you need more help, what you can do is, instead of having the blocks underneath the knees, you can build a little bit of more length into this butterfly. Go sideways and relax. And you can go old-fashioned yin yoga. If you don't need props, you can remove everything to the sides and go just into Baddha Konasana. So you're gonna try to make up your mind what makes you happy, if gonna be props or no props. Remember, Yin Restorative is asking you for you to be as comfortable as you can for the holdings. In my case, what I'm going to do is just grab a little bit of a block to bite the end of it. Sometimes the ankles get a little uncomfortable, so I'm going to use a blanket, soft blanket, doing a tight little roll. blanket. After you do that tiny little roll, you wrap your feet around that in this tight little circle, keeping the feet together and the ankles propped. Love to do butterfly this way. Calculate how close do I need the ankles, or how far I need the ankles. I'm gonna recommend, if you have a little bit of irritation in your back, like herniated disc or discs that are swollen or sciatica, to let your hands take the weight and just focus on the groins. If you have no contraindications in your back and you want to go fully on, you're going to go all the way down into your limit of your butterfly. And as you can see me, it's not like I'm a magician that the first moment that I land is a perfect moment. You can hear my teacher and friend Bernie Clark saying that is like the Goldilocks experience, where you have to go from bad to bad, like Goldilocks did on her search, until you find the comfortable bed that you're gonna lie on. And once you find it, the next process is to rest and relax. And it is a matter of being wise and abundant with yourself. Changing your mind in the beginning is better than in the middle, so you don't interrupt your holding. And remember all the props that you have to make this more pleasant. And when you find that perfect bed where you want to lie down on, you just dispose yourself to breathe and relax. In stillness. Relaxed. I like to play a lot with visualization in my yin classes, so imagine you have a big nose in your sacrum, another big nose in your mid back, and another big nose in your upper back. And on the next inhale, you breathe deeply into those three parts. 1, 2, 3. And exhale. 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 One more time, take a deep breath. Breathe 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 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 Coming from the bottom to the top, you're gonna start rolling yourself up. Slowly lifting. Going up, going up. Roll your shoulders up, roll the shoulders down. One more time, roll the shoulders up, roll your shoulders down. And now bring the knees back to center. Good. When the knees go back to center, remove the props you needed or you used that, and windshield wiper from one side to the other. Really doing this soft windshield to open spine and back. Right there. And now you're going to bring the feet closer to you. Get the big bolster or maybe the soft cushion if you don't need a big one. I think this is my absolute favorite thing to do in Yin Yoga, and it's called deer twist. So you have everything there. And the next time that the knees fall to one side, it doesn't matter what side you do first, you only have two. You're going to let them drop there. So it's hip apart, knees apart. The foot is going to go inside of your thigh, and the knees are going to release down. Now, if this is too much for the knee and the knee feels force going in complete rotation inwards, you can help the knee with a block underneath, and that will be easier on the knee and easier onto the groin in both parts. If you're fine, you're gonna go all the way down and settle here. What we're gonna do next in here is start with a little bit of upper body yin yoga to then release into the full version of the restorative twist. So as you are here, try to lift the chest. Notice that my hips are parallel to the screen. And going to bring if you're going to the left like I am, the left hand behind you and the right hand over the knee. Taking a deep breath, lift, and on the exhale, you're gonna twist the spine. It's absolutely okay, actually encouraged and invited that the glute come off the ground and you can rotate inwards, so that become an inner rotation of your hip. So it's not like you have to be here and then just twist. The moment that you rise, you allow the spine to twist and breathe. Now, right here, you can plant your hand, the one behind you, flat onto the ground, giving you a little bit of stimulation onto your wrist. Twist your back. This is the first part of your twist. Second part of your twist, you're gonna bring that big bolster or you fold towels near by the femur head and the receptacles. So you bring it in towards you. And you're gonna open it into a 45-degree angle towards your body. I'm gonna go sideways so you can see all these alignment cues. So all I did is move my angle so you can see it. I was twisted. And what you're gonna do from here is just turn your chest over to that bolster, giving you a big stretch. And now lying down on top of it. Right here. If you want to go more intense into your twist, you lift up a bit, move the block a little bit into farther line this way, and then lie back, and that will give you more feel into your spine. Get your arms into whatever arm variation feel good. Some people like to take the neck opposite way so you get more stretch. Personally, for my neck is too much, so I like to have the neck where it is, just center. There is a very pleasant sensation all over this part, into the waist, down to the leg, into the lower back. And if it's not pleasant, You can come out of it at any moment. Let yourself surrender with gravity on top of your props. Déjate caer con el peso de gravedad en tu prop. Sometimes when I do these classes, that I try at least to do it 2 or 3 times a week. If I'm feeling a little bit tired, I will have a mini nidra restorative nap in between one asana and the next. And it's almost a space, but I don't know if I am awakened or sleeping, but it's just an overwhelming sensation of pleasant stretch in combination of comfort, in combination of not being pushed, and experience comfortable, restful practice. Let your eyes close down if you feel okay with that. The soft ujjayi continues. The soft mode in your body continues. And now you bring your hands right underneath the shoulders. On the next inhale, you bring yourself back up, lift up, chest up. And on the exhalation, you're gonna bring now one more time the legs behind you, hands back, and you windshield wiper your legs from one side to the other. Pleasant stretch. And a little bit of recentering your back. Bring the knees towards you, squeeze the knees, lift up the chest, lift up the heart, nice and tall. And now let go of those legs. And one more time, let me put my headset to the other side so I can lie down comfortably on the bolster. Get your props to the other side. This is one thing you need to be aware of restorative classes, is the props constantly move from one side to the other. And I'm going to start the pose sideways so you can see all the alignment cues to the other side. Actually, it's going to be this way so you can see the other. Good. Right here, legs apart, wide apart, hands behind you. And you're going to start one more time, windshield wipering from one side to the other. Nice and spacious. This is so good for your hips. And once the knees release down towards the ground, cuando las rodillas se relajan en el piso, you're going to lift up heart and chest. Te vas a levantar con tu corazón y con tu pecho. Lifting. Good. When you're ready, the first stage of your twist, you don't use the block yet, is lifting as you inhale the chest up. On the exhale, the knees are to the right. Now the right hand is going to go back, or the other side, whatever side you have not done yet, and you're going to start twisting into your back. So as you can see here, one more time, the entire pelvis is in, belly is open, and you twist. Right now, you can be putting a little bit of weight into that wrist. If that hurts, you can be into the tip of the fingertips, whichever feels better. The first part is with a little bit of upper body yin yoga. Twist your back. Lots of space, lots of room. Inhale. And exhale. Now coming forward, you're gonna get the big bolster. Gather the bolster here, bring it behind you, and when you're ready, you're gonna turn your chest over to that bolster, nice and easy. Don't rush yourself. Put your arms into whatever arm variation feels right. I actually really enjoy to keeping my neck the same way. Some people like to do it this way, but at least for my neck, that's too much effort. And a sweet reminder that when I'm doing yin restorative, I like to be as comfortable as I can be. Closing your eyes. Taking all the time in the world to find that fine spot. Put your arms whatever they feel comfortable. Resolving each little detail for you to be at ease. Eyes closed if you feel okay. Getting into that perfect level of intensity that you can feel the pose, but it doesn't make you shake, it doesn't make you overstretch. It makes you relax. It lets you rest. And for a moment you go inwards. Feeling the breath against the bolster. Soft. Easy. Being okay with silence, being satisfied with calmness, and playing with those times in this nidra sleep into consciousness and relaxation, a full connection to parasympathetic side of the brain, the side that likes to relax and just be. Counting the last 5 breaths in this side. Long ones, deep ones. Bring your hands right underneath the shoulders. On the next inhale, bring yourself back to center. Lift, lift, lift. Return all the way, all the way. Bring the hip down, bring the glutes down. And now bring your hands behind you. And let's move the legs in front of you. And windshield wiper from one side to the other. Really stretching into the hips. Good. Couple more times. And now when the knees go back to center, shake your legs in front of you. Relax your legs. We're gonna create a little bit of yang movements just to counterbalance all deep stretching on your back. The perfect way to counterpose your spine is obviously with some extensions and some roundness. That's why we use so much cat-cow in classes. It's really good for you. So get into 4 points, into your hands, into your knees. Taking your time to moving carefully, because after these big stimulations perhaps takes you a little bit long to move if there is a lot of rustiness sensation into your joints. And take a deep inhale, allow the chest to open, looking up. Oh, that feels delicious. On the exhalation, round your back, and that one too. Scoop, 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 scoop. Inhale one more time, lift the chest, lift the seat bones. Exhalation, around your spine, head is down, arms are fully straight, scoop, scoop, scoop. Take a deep inhale, head up, chest up, lift up. And one more time, exhale, round back, scoop, scoop, scoop. And finish, inhale into a nice and neutral back. Go quickly behind you to get that bolster. Get that bolster in front of you. And very carefully place it right in here. And now move one leg and then the other behind you. Let the belly be on the ground and rest your forearms into the block. And if you want, you can bring the forearms down, holding underneath the jaw. You can see right now this is a restorative Sphinx pose from Yin Yoga. The block is underneath the breast line, allowing the chest to rise. The elbows down to the ground and thumbs underneath the jaw to have a little bit stretch onto your neck. If that doesn't feel right with your body, putting the thumbs underneath the jaw, what you can do is just rest your hands on the jaw. You see how the neck went a little bit more forward? And that's not going to be an extension for your neck. Do whatever feels right for you. I sometimes really enjoy this lifting, this counter pose for the time that we spend on our cell phones and our computers, on our tablets. And this is an absolute different stretch. But for necks, I have arthrosis, or there is no much disc or collagen in between vertebrae that might feel painful. So don't do it and go back to something more neutral. There is the last variation in here, which will be bending knees, and you can cross into your ankles, bringing the heels close to you. Of course, this is going to get you right here into the sacrum. Some people will love that sensation, some people won't. If you don't like it, you go back here. If you like it, keep it, and now twist the ankles the other way. Si te gustó, vas a hacer lo mismo, descruzando pies, just uncrossing your toes. A little bit of Spanish. Sorry, sometimes my brain doesn't remember we're only in English. breathe. And now uncross your legs, and one more time bring them down to the floor. And we're gonna have 5 breaths, an absolute melting situation right here. We're gonna let ourselves go down, and if your head doesn't touch the ground, you can bring feast on top of feast. That's a nice variation. And the prop is allowing your back to open right here. So try to be as heavy as you can for 5 breaths. The prop is underneath the chest, not in your belly, and your belly will be too much and it won't let you breathe. And now bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Lift up. Bring yourself up. Inhale. Grab the big bolster or your full towels. Place it right in between your legs, right here. And you can go into a prop child's pose. This is ideal for people with knee problems. If you don't need the prop, you can just remove it to the side and go into regular child's pose. And you know all the modifications there. Arms could be long beside your body, arms could be in front of you, knees can be wide open, blanket underneath the ankle curve, blanket underneath the knee curve if the knees hurt, blanket underneath the knees if you don't have double mats. And we're gonna hold child's pose for a little bit, right here, 5 breaths. Last 2. And now bring your hands underneath the shoulders and roll vertebra by vertebra up, all the way up. Lifting chest and lifting heart. Get down to your side. I'm gonna go nearby the computer to grab you closer to me. We're gonna switch to sequence, our closing sequence, which is gonna be Restorative Yin Yoga against the wall. In Drishti Center, we have sometimes in this class from 22 people to 32 people. So I don't have that big of a wall around the studio to be able to provide this. But today, as is only me, I have a little bit of wall space to show you this. And it would really be ideal that you do it in your room or whatever you're practicing that allows you the space too. So right here. So I'm gonna move into the wall, getting one of my mats here, getting a blanket, maybe a couple of blocks, and I'm gonna use this wall space to continue with the sequence. Grabbing my mat, folding it in half so I have space. Right here. Goodie. Now I'm gonna check if I can bring the computer any closer and still be plugged. Perfect. That absolutely works. Okay, so you see the mat is against the wall. You have one blanket, you have the block, or you have the square cushions. Good. And now we are ready to move into the transitions of Yin Yoga against the wall. If you need to grab some water and before you go there, so you will. Getting ready. This is the tricky part. How to get your glutes very close to the wall so you can bring the legs up. So I have a little bit of trick that works every time. So I go this near by the wall. Sit down, right there. And now turn my body slowly over, that way. Now in little caterpillar movements, move the glutes forward, move them a little farther, and here you are, and legs against the wall. Good. Now these pants are not very friendly for this, so apologize if I end up with shorts. That happens. So you can do a little bit of a bow in here so the pants are not moving all over. Good. And now, if I can have more space, again, like a caterpillar movement. There I am. Now, if you can see, my glute is completely onto the wall. Now, there is something that I really love into this sequence, and is start the first part with the soft pillow or a full blanket underneath the sacrum. So lifting up, placing this like a wedge, which takes pressure away from the hamstrings and lets you rest a little bit deeper. And now you can bring your arms over the head right there. And have a few moments of rest. You're going to spend here around 2 or 3 minutes. This is Restorative Yin Waterfall. I chose my arms over the head with the elbows slightly bent because sometimes the arms fully straight create tension in here. And if that doesn't work, also hands on your belly work wonders. So choose your arm variation that feels good for you. One more time, remember these props can be simulated with thick beach towels folded into a tight square. I don't recommend these kind of blankets. They're a little bit more fluffy for doing that. They don't provide stability. If you have cotton blankets, those ones that look almost like rugs, they can be very useful as well. Otherwise, cotton heavy beach towels will do the trick, or any kind of towel that is heavy and there is cotton. That's what those props are made of, is broken organic cotton on the bottom so they don't deform. Breathe. Things you might be feeling is if your arms are over the head, you feel tingling sensation on your fingers. That's okay. It's because the pectoralis major is going up and blocking main arteries that supply your arm with blood. That doesn't mean you're gonna lose that. It will stay there. As soon as you release, it's almost like a blood stop. So it's almost healthy to help your body with these blood stops and just help the circulation. There's also things you might be feeling. Maybe the toes are going numb. Absolutely normal too. You might find yourself in a very, very pleasant state, very relaxing state for the nervous system. This is one of the poses that I recommend instead of 300-hour marathon of Netflix every night, or an hour of Facebook every night that doesn't let you sleep, or put it too much images on your head before bedtime. Just get in here and get some fresh blood into your mind. Count 5 breaths to almost be done and finish. And when you're done, wiggle the toes. Vas a mover tus piecitos tantito. And remove the block from underneath you. Vas a soltar el bloque. You might need it again. We don't know yet. We're going to go down into the ground. And now from here, we're going to do malasana against the wall. Squat position against the wall. This is a very controversial asana when you do it on the ground, because a lot of people have stories on their knees, knee surgery, torn ligaments, meniscus deterioration, etc., that prevent you to do squat pose. When you're against the wall, you can get a very subtle and pleasant hip opener, getting as close as you can to the wall, placing the feet underneath the knees, right there like a little frog. Right here, you can see how my legs are positioned. And right now you do this soft hip opener that really works in the groins, that really works in a subtle way. It doesn't have to be tough. This is the topic of this pose. This is doing hatha yoga poses with the restorative flare hold for a long time. So it's absolutely normal that you don't feel it as tough as you were doing on hatha, a regular squat, a regular malasana. This is restorative one. Right there, you can even hold into your ankles, allowing the arms to open the knees wider. That's just going to give you more sensation. The arms go inside the legs, grab the ankles and open the knees sideways. It feels really good on the lower back and in the mid back. Very restful. And releasing your hands. You're gonna move a little bit away from the wall. That's it. Just a little bit, not much. Once you're away from the wall, we're going to bring the knees almost in this 90-degree angle, as you can see. This is one leg, this is the other leg. They're both nicely bent. And we're going to finish with a hip opener. You're going to do number 4 against the wall, creating as much space as you need. You might need to move out farther. Bringing first one leg into that inner rotation of the femur out, letting the knee open sideways, and the wall is going to be that resistance, and with your hand pushing inside the knee, you can move the knee away. So as I tell you before, to make this easy, you can move up. If you want to make this gentler, you even move farther. And there's some hips that can really take and really need a good stretch. If that's the case, then you move closer. And work this arm, the same arm than the knee, onto the ground, doing a little bit of leverage to move the knee away from your chest. This is where it's going to get this very intense and yummy into your hips. Try to let the wall be an instrument for you to let go. Very nice and gentle way to promote health and opening of your hip, of the glute. Now slowly release the leg. Hug it into your chest for a moment. Do the exactly same thing. Plant it into the ground. Bring the other leg outside this way. And you can move up or down according to your hip. Other hand is going to allow the knee to move away from you, creating a deeper stretch. You're feeling it into the glute area. The hand inside to move away. Move away. Now remember again, one hip can behave absolutely different than the other hip. So if perhaps you're finding that one side is way tighter than the other, listen to your body, give it more space. Just moving up in this direction is going to give more space from you on the wall, making this easier. Now if you want more stretch and you have the stretch in your hips, then you move down towards the wall. Your body, your yoga. What a privilege to be practicing here underneath Buddha, right here, observing peace, Zen, being the witness of relaxation, tranquility, tranquilidad, smooth stretches, peaceful stretches. And you will decide if you just let the wall do its work or if you want to have the hand continuously pushing on the knee down to increase the stretch. Of course, this is not hurting anywhere on your body. Quite the opposite is pleasant. I mean, pleasant and intense. It's a pleasant kind of stretchy way. Breathe 5 more times. Very comfortable on your back. And finally, releasing one more time the leg. Hugging the knee into your chest. Bring both knees into your chest. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, you bring your forehead up, up, up. Good. So that was a little taste of this chapter of yoga that I love to share. That it was yoga against the wall. There is more. Maybe in the next few days, I'll teach another bonus classes like these ones that I really adore. And right now, this is their moment where you feel the benefits of what you did for an hour because you're already feeling pretty chill. So we're going to end up this with Shavasana. We're going to go all the way down into the ground. Placing a blanket if you want to. Of course, when you're doing restorative yoga and if you're in a cool area, it's normal that you're going to feel a little bit cooler. There, good. This is a great tool for you for creating ease into the lower back if you constantly suffer of pain on your lower back when you go into Shavasana. When I lie down, you're going to see what it does. You go down, down, down. Let me see if I have enough space. All right, we do. Having the knees bent allows the back to not be as flat and creates a little bit of a curve, which is pleasant. Blanket if is needed. Remembering that this is a style of yoga that goes well with all activities that counterbalance yang. If you like Ashtanga yoga, if you like flow vinyasa, if you like to go hiking, if you're an athlete, if you run marathons, this is not that is yoga that is gentle because you want to be a little bit inactive. That's the opposite. You have to learn to see that the world has the two shades. The very active, the very pitta, the very fiery, and also this realm which is cooling with the attribute is gentle, soft. And if you achieve to have both energies in balance, probably you will avoid injuries in the future. You will avoid immune systems that are weakened. You will avoid nervous systems that are overloaded. So we're not saying that yang yoga or yang activities are bad for you. Quite the opposite. They get you strong, they get you moving, they get you lean. But there is also the aspect of giving restful moments to your body like it was the last hour. It's this gift, generous gift of health and balance. So let that idea resonate in your body and being very, very honest with yourself. If you live too much in yin, or you are in the other extreme and you live too much in yang, and the effort of your conscious being, of your evolved self, of bringing balance. Restoration. Relaxation.
release, relax. Start to move your hands and your feet. Come back. Here with a bolster, place your heels on the bolster and spend there for a moment. And now hug the knees into chest, nice and deep, nice and tight. Let's roll over to one side. I want to say goodbye from here. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this gentle yin restorative class. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for not giving up in our center and our community. And I really want to welcome you if you're new to our center, our community, if you're in other parts of the world, if by word of mouth you discover this channel and you're enjoying the classes. I want to wish you, all of you, the best, and hopefully your Easter, it turns out the way that is best for you. Wishing you all safety, wishing you all health. And I visualize your faces so much in this process when I teach these classes. When you move from one pose to the other, when you smile, when you enjoy something so much that I take a whisper out of your soul. We're missing you a lot. Thank you again. Namaste. From the bottom of my heart. To support this class and other Drishti teachers, we appreciate your donation that is on the bottom of the link of this class, or you can find the donation page in drishticenter.com online classes. We want to keep going through this COVID-19 crisis, supplying you with yoga daily. Maybe 2 or 3 classes a day, so you can have a virtual studio for you at your home. One more time, thank you. See you next time. Keep those intentions. Namaste with all my love. Anna, thank you.